Listen, I got a friend coming in to town, an old friend of mine that I haven't seen in years. From what I can tell, I think he's a little lost.
A visitor from the past creates an emotional upheaval in the present in Sex, Lies, and Videotape, one of 4 new movies we're going to be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. And we'll also take a look at what we think is the best of the video documentaries on the 20th anniversary of man's landing on the moon. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is the surprise grand prize winner at this year's Cannes Film Festival. It's called Sex, Lives, and Videotape, a low-budget but extremely well-directed investigation of the sex lives of a bunch of contemporary characters. At first, we see a cheating husband in the aftermath of having had sex with his wife's sister.
I'd like to do it at your house sometime. I must admit, the idea of doing it in my sister's bed gives me a perverse thrill.
That's Peter Gallagher and Laura San Giacomo as the adulterous couple. The husband's old college friend is played by the terrific young actor James Spader, and he's a strange guy who is attracted to his friend's wife, a sexually shy woman played by Andie MacDowell.
I remember reading somewhere that men learn to love the person that they're attracted to, and that women become more and more attracted to the person that they love.
Instead of having sex in bed, this young man spends his sexual energy videotaping women talking about their sexual lives.
You just ask them questions?
Yes.
And they answer them?
The performances are first-rate. The camera work and the subject is mesmerizing. Director Steve Soderbergh gives us a world in which people lie about sex outwardly and can only express themselves with private obsessions. Winning the prize at Cannes suggests that this film has achieved some kind of greatness. I think that's overstating it a bit, but Sex, Lies, and Videotape is refreshingly adult, beautifully shot, and extremely well acted. James Spader, who won the grand prize as Best Actor at Cannes, charges this movie with a special kind of unpredictable energy. It's a really fine performance and surprising in the quiet moments. That's what I particularly enjoyed. He isn't just shouting out. He's quiet and surprising when he's getting minimal. This is more of a small exercise as a film, but exceedingly well done.
These people are ordinary people in some ways. They're strange people in other ways. They're leading lives that are particular and specific. They talk in the way that they speak rather than the way that movie characters speak.
I know what you're saying.
They surprise us by things they reveal about themselves, and so that we're alert from the beginning to the end of this movie because we're interested in these people and we don't know what's going to happen next.
Well, you can't, there's no way that you can figure out it, with one exception. There's a turnabout, and this is where I thought the film broke a little bit in its freshness. There's a turnabout at the end that I could spot coming right away. But you're absolutely right. I mean, we're crying out, we always talk about this, it seems, every week. We're crying out for characters that approximate human intelligence, and here's a group of 4 that really do. And
it's all great performances. Now, Spader won the Best Actor award at Cannes, and we did a show, actually, more than a year ago, in which we singled him out as an up-and-coming young actor. But actually, in this movie, it's kind of unfair. He's the fulcrum. He's the guy that comes into the situation, so he gets the attention. But this movie is well acted in every single performance, I was impressed, including the ones that are not quite as showy as his.
I was impressed with this Andie MacDowell. She's a famous model, and she was in Greystoke, where they dubbed her voice because they didn't think she was strong enough. Well, here she gives a really fine performance. She gets the last word on that subject.
Okay.